안녕하세요. Welcome. You hear the bubbles? You hear the bubbles? You're gonna hear the bubbles. The eucalyptus and mint sodium bubbles popping. Whoa. I made a big breath and they all popped. I am the bubble popper. I am the bubble popper. Blowing the bubbles in the pop. This story is about those I have hurt. It'll make us all, what's the word? It'll make us all remember those we have hurt and go through those shameful, guilty, ignorant feelings and energies. Also, the scariest moment of one's life, which I finally realized after being absolutely truthful with oneself. And a message. Those I have hurt. I hurt a lot of people, be it physically, verbally, thoughtfully, spiritually, maybe spiritually, probably spiritually, I'm unsure. Bubbles are popping. The bubbles are popping. Anyone I have hurt, I must go through it. Basically, the repentance of such committings of the soul. Why is this faucet dripping a drop of water every damn drip? Cut this damn. Stop dripping there. Thing was open a milliliter meter. Dripping a gosh dang, dropping a gosh dang thing. Gosh dang. Mainly when I was younger. I remember fighting with cousins, punching cousins, making little cousin cry. We would all hurt little cousin and each other. And big cousin would hurt little cousin, and I would laugh and we would laugh. But we always felt secretly bad, but tried to be tough like, no, I'm a psycho. I don't feel nothing. But then again, when I say the word psycho, I think we got that word wrong. People take psycho as a murderer or something like that. The definition of psycho is O, Greek for of, and psyche, Greek for the soul, of the soul. We are all of the soul. If you're a true psycho in the sense of what we think psycho as, you are not of the soul. So you'd be like a, what's the word to say not in psycho? not of the soul, or a psychopath, like path of the soul. That's the best thing you could do. In that sense, we should all be psychopaths. The correct meaning of that word. It's been twisted. I don't know why it's been twisted. But taking psychopath is great to be. In psycho. What would it be? There's gotta be a Greek thing for like not. In psychopath, I'll just say. That's bad. That's incorrect. That'll hurt you. That'll hurt everyone. So those times I was hurting people, those times any of us were hurting people, those times I was hurting anyone and myself. At the same time, I was an in psychopath. I was not of the soul. I hurt mama and papa. I called mama names and told mama shut up. Man, when I was a kid, I was reckless. I remember I would be like, at any inconvenience, I'm like 5, 6, 7, any single inconvenience. This sounds stupid to say, but I'll say it. I'll just be like any inconvenience, like the stupidest inconvenience. I lost in my Game Boy game, like I lost Toy Story Game Boy, like I tried to sit down and the cushion didn't do what I wanted it to do, like I missed the first minute of Pokemon, like something stupid, like I'll just say, God's a fucking bitch. Yo, God's a fucking bitch. I'll just whisper to myself, God's a fucking bitch. For that, for doing that. What the fuck, God? And one day I whispered it to myself, and my mom walked in the room and just heard me. And like, I don't know if she heard exactly what I said, but she heard enough, I think. And I was just like, she's like, I'm like, and then from that day on, I never said God's a fucking bitch ever again. My mom came. My mom was sent by God to make me stop saying God's a fucking bitch. So then, I feel that's what a lot of us are like. People don't believe in God because they think God's a fucking bitch because of minor inconveniences. You just gotta deal with those inconveniences because God's putting you on a path of pure convenience. And if you have a minor inconvenience, then you were being a fucking bitch. You were being a fucking bitch. Or something along those lines. Not loving properly. Anyway, most of the people I hurt is when I was a kid. Lying. Remember I'd lie about where I'm gonna be at. My mom would be like, where you going? Everybody's. Where you going? Dos Sortes. Where you going? Blah blah. Square one. Where you going? Osmos. Something that I wasn't doing. But then I checked it up to like, well, I kind of am going there in some sense because I'm gonna like go chill with someone, but I'm gonna be outside and like his house is just down the street, so like I'm kind of there. Stupid shit. Or like I'm gonna be chilling with him, but I'm not gonna be in their house. But yeah, that was mainly what I lied about from like 14 and a half, 15. Because when I was 15, I remember being like, I cannot lie. Lying is crazy. Lying is messed. I feel it in my soul and what the damage is. How can anyone lie? Because I would lie about more things when I was younger than that. But nothing crazy. Because I never really did anything mental to lie about. But they would be the dumbest lies. And a lot of the time I find people today, our age, late 20s, early 30s, even older, blatantly lying about like what issue can you have to lie about that? That's the dumbest thing to lie about in your life. How can you do that? But I remember after remembering, I'm gonna never lie again. I would still find it very difficult to not lie about where I was going. Because I felt every time if I told the truth where I was going, my parents would go, like repeat it, like where are you going? Blah blah. Blah blah. Going blah blah? And you just shut the hell up and just let me go blah blah. Don't say blah blah like that. I guess if that's how you feel, but like why do you feel like that? But I guess we all gotta deal with stuff, and that was maybe a backlash of the lies I already said. And maybe that's a backlash of them lying. Us all lying brings more lying and brings more paranoia, which in turn brings every other sin ever. I remember making fun of people bully days. I used to be a bully, thinking it was funny, but it wasn't funny. After growing up and being like, wow, I shouldn't have said all that, but still not truly taking it in until recently. You gotta deal with that. Suppressed everything. Guilt, shame, fear, ignorance. Suppressed lies, suppressed truth. Suppressed everything. It turns into everything. One lie becomes everything. Like, you gotta just tell the truth. It's scarier to not tell the truth. And people are so backwards. A lot of us think it's scarier to tell the truth. Bravo. Telling you, things are back-ass words. Back-ass words. So start doing things back-ass words and realize you're actually going right side correct. I was gonna go into specifics where I hurt people. I don't think so. Just let them know. If I was ever hurt by you, go through it. Forgive. I'll forgive oneself and I'll go through it. You gotta feel it. You gotta bring that stuff into your belly button. Bring it into the top of your head, make it go sink all the way down your spine, come out your tailbone, and feel everything all the way through, all the way down your chakras. Put in your orange chakra. Put that emotion in your orange chakra and feel it. Don't even move it away. Sit in it until it takes you. And then watch as it vanishes. Watch. That's another thing we got backwards. We think it's stronger to throw away our emotions, not cry, don't look at them, turn a blind eye, ignore them. Because when these guilts and fears and hates come in, we're like feeling it, and we're like, why would we feel that? We gotta feel better. So we just put a false protection over it. But that's just a blanket over it. And when that blanket is removed, it's still there. I explained this in another story. So you just gotta bring it in, feel it, and that's how you clear it. And then you'll feel positive after it's cleared. And you won't have to fight to feel positive. It'll be a flow. So everyone who ever hurt anyone too, get through that. Ask God all the pain I have caused. Meaning to oneself and to all else, which is oneself and oneness. and is also not. Always be kind to everyone you meet, for these are the same and yet different. Wondering if I'm done on this subject. I'm not. But perhaps I should go into the scariest moment of my life. This is a story. This was a great revelation. Because holy. When I was doing the previous thing, I was just talking about letting all this stuff just come in. No matter how violent it felt, no matter how evil or damaging it seemed, or scary, like if I brought this in, I was just gonna die by a demonic force. It actually cleared and showed me the truth of the scariest moment of my life and what it caused to me and the trauma and pain. And thus, what it caused to everyone in the whole universe, especially those closer to it. Oh no, I was gonna say something. And I forgot. Oh no. I forgot it as I was speaking, finishing the sentence. You can just forget it now. You never came around, never came around, never came around. You could just move over now. Never came around, never came around, never came around. It was... Oh no, it was... I feel like it was super good. And there's a lot of good stuff that I was going to say, and then I didn't say it. I feel like it transitioned nicely into this scary story. Oh, that was just there. Paranoia and stuff. Oh yeah, I was just going to say the violence. I mean, letting the violence in you, that doesn't mean go do violence. That means let it in you so you don't do it. If you don't let this violence in you, someone's gonna take real violence in this existence. Be it you doing it, be it you taking it, be it someone on Neptune. Is there someone on Neptune? I don't know. But like someone's gonna take it. That's why you gotta bring it in. And I don't mean bringing it in by going to watch violence and play violence. Man, that's the message after. I shouldn't get into this now. So let's start. So quickly before if anyone just closes this. Oh yeah, I put I'll put that recipe I made in the story previous. The picture. I said I was going to put that picture in that video, but I forgot. So I'll put it in this one. Anyway. Yeah. That doesn't mean bringing the violence in you doesn't mean going to watch it, because going to watch it or play it or participate in it is actually bringing the violence, pushing the violence away and suppressing it out of you, which just causes more violence. Bringing it in you shows you how stupid it is and makes you not want to go watch it. Going to watch it just is satisfying your gore porn urges. I'll get into that later. Gator, little gator. Ooh, that reminds me of little gator. That's all part of the message. Let me tell you, God's a legend. As are we. And yet we are not. And God is not, because God is beyond. And thus, so are we with God. Scariest moment in life. I had so much trouble talking about this. so much trouble writing about this. I wrote a whole comment. Someone said, what was the incident in your high school? On YouTube, I think it was Dripped Shorts, Drip TV. A community post came up, what is the incident in your high school? And I explained it, wrote it all down. So scary. All this violence coming in me, thinking it's gonna happen to me. Like, but it's not. If I suppress it, it's gonna happen to me. Or someone else. I'm gonna see it without wanting to. So let me tell you about that. So I got so scared. I'm like, there's a lot of emotions there to work through and sink through the spine, down out the tailbone, put in the belly button, float around, swim around in the red and orange chakras, breathe into. And then after that, get all your chakras involved. So many emotions, and they're intense because they're real shit. But when you do it, they clear. That is your body's cleaning mechanism. So, Colby, I was reading this book, The Healer's Manual. I wanted to read like the first chapter before all these bubbles popped because I wanted them to pop in this story. And I'm like, reading as fast as I can. The bubbles are going down. I'm like, okay. I read the introduction. Boom, boom, start the phone. You hear the bubbles. Those are the bubbles. Mente eucalyptus. What? I just put this native body wash as bubble bath. When the water was running, I just poured it into the stream and it went huge. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these bubbles are gonna overflow my existence. So it's just body wash, eucalyptus mint body wash. F the police. I mean, police are cool. I'm sorry I said that. See, that's another thing. Like, that caused so much ish. Like, that's waste. Let me tell you, it's waste. But at the same time, I could have taught some people to stop being stupid. But it's like, that was too general of a statement. Hopefully people learn. Anyway, scariest moment of life. Anyone from Giovanni school probably knows what's gonna be told. So, something happened from high school, from the end of high school on. And holy, even now talking about it, I'm remembering more. I thought I was going to die so much by friends, by family, by people. Like, this paranoia was the worst paranoia that ever existed in life. Funnily enough, the only people I didn't think were gonna hurt me were the police. But like friends, holy. This is night of Shivratri. Like, I mean, that was the most intense version. I don't even think that was the most intense version of it. I think the most, nah. So anyway, night of Shivratri. Story, that was this. And at the time telling it, I didn't know why that happened. And now, this day, I know exactly where it came from. From cleaning out the energies, emotions, and the gunks by going through them truthfully. This is how I feel. This is how I am. This is what I am. This is who I am. This is in me. Don't argue with God. I say I am God, not I am God. Notice the cadence and the punctuation. I am, comma, God. Because God's going to tell you about you. And you're just going to say, I am God. Yes, I am God. Are you a stupid ass bitch right now? Yes, I am God. Are you going to get out of that? Yes, I am God. So you're not a stupid ass bitch right now. I am God. Are you scared shitless of life right now? I am, God. Like, don't argue with God. Don't argue with God. That's gonna clear it. Just by saying I am God to all those stupid things, if they're negative, positive, it's going to clear it. If you argue with God, God's just gonna be like, okay, I'll come ask you tomorrow the same question until you fucking accept it and admit it. Until you admit and allow the fact that you are that. And secret be told, when you do that, that's when it goes away. So, yeah, I would think people are gonna kill me. I think people are just gonna kill me, especially if I smoked weed. That was when it happened, because I guess I must have been suppressing it and lying and denying oneself about how I am sober, but still paranoid a little bit. Sober, like, it didn't matter. I just had a fight to it and could like veil it and walk around in it as a tough way. But that's weakness. True strength is vulnerability to oneself and God and beyond. That's another backwards thing. People don't understand that. Vulnerability is pure strength. Fighting back tears, fighting back sadness, fighting is weak. Fighting is weak. Flowing in vulnerability is the strength that is perfect, or thus the strength that brings one to perfect strength and the rest of perfection and beyond. Anyway, yeah, this is hard to tell this story because sometimes I feel if I throw this out there, it's gonna happen to me, but like I know too much and too well that throwing this out there will make it not happen. And I'm still scared to do it. That's how crazy, like, suppressed fears and issues and energies and emotions, suppressed airs, suppressed truths, suppressed lights. That's how damaging this stuff could be. Putting dams up that I know, just getting this stuff out is healing, and keeping it together, or keeping it in me and burying it and lying about it brings it stronger and stronger and stronger until something else triggers it. And if I even deny that, then something will happen to me or someone else on the planet, which is actually tricky because something like that happened and I felt responsible because of suppressing this stuff for so long. And just recently, everyone saw this, and I felt responsible. And we were all responsible. Like everyone, I think the whole world noticed that. But like that event triggered this, which made me real. Then like the next week or two, I realized what the scariest moment in my life was. That was like last year when this event happened. I'll get into that after, because I'm actually scared to tell this. Scariest moment in life. So this is beyond a moment. If you can make a moment 10 years, not 12 years, dude. If you could turn a moment into 12 years, that's how long this moment was happening to me. And I hope this inspires anyone to find their possible scariest moment, or find what the scariest moment truly did to them for the rest of their lives until they go through it and heal it. So, yeah, again, I would always think I was gonna get killed. I always think people were talking to me. Oh my goodness. I think I was gonna get jumped. I think I was gonna get murked by friends. Actually, not family so much. More so family thinking they were fooling me or tricking me or against me, deceiving me. Right? Like the radius of the intensity of what was going to happen, what I thought was going to happen, what I was paranoid about, was less and less. So it was rooted at friends because of the thing that happened. So it was rooted at friends thinking they were going to kill me. Other people, like acquaintances and stuff, thinking they were planning or hating or deceiving not gonna kill me, but just straight up gonna lie and make sure I end up dead. And then family, I just thought family was just deceiving me or lying, but they don't want me to die, but just like we're trying to like fool me and protect themselves and their truth and protect themselves from me knowing truth. Anyway, in grade, I think 12, was it 12? 12. I think grade 12. I'm not going into too much detail. A friend, we'll call him Deanie. We'll call him Deanie. Deanie was murdered. Deanie was murdered on his own driveway, shoveling the snow at night, and had to die in front of his parents and bros, in front of his family, because pure evil came. And now, all these people involved were suppressing something. All of us in the universe were suppressing something, except God. God was not suppressing anything. So that's why we have to go with God. I didn't know Deanie was doing some stuff that caused evil to attend his house, find him shoveling the snow, and then die in the snow without a jacket. I don't know if that's exactly what happened, but I saw a picture. I saw a picture on the internet. And this evil, they, multiple humans, went inside the house, hit the mom, and ransacked the place and then made fun, I guess. Ran out. Thinking they're cool. And this is why all this violence is waste. Now, that's the message later. I'm going to get into this. The message later. So anyway, every morning in woodshop class, I sat beside Deanie and his cousin. Should I give this name? Yeah, he already has a nickname. But I don't know if I should say the nickname or change the nickname. I burped. I'm just going to change the nickname. Deanie and Eve. Deanie and Eve and I. That was our table in wood shop. The same wood shop with Mr. Wisewood. This was the second, yeah, I know this was grade 12 because this was the second time we took that class because it was the elective we chose. So we get in, there's like 6 tables or 5. And they're just tables that seat 4 in a square. So we were all taking our seats at the beginning of the class, like the beginning of the year, choosing our seats. We sat we sat at the table, and I remember we're like, nah, we need 4 people. I remember Deanie too was like, I think Deanie said it. I don't remember who exactly said it. I think it was Deanie, probably Deanie. He's like, nah, we need 4 people. Just us. So we kicked out, the person who had to squeeze into another table with 5, squeeze into one of these 4 tables and make it 5 was Del Sorte. Because we just wanted the 3 of us on this table. Anyway, things were funny. I remember thinking man, Deanie, you're too hard, bro. Not about that thing, not about the table thing, but other things during the year, every morning, chilling and stuff, I'd be like, Deanie, bro, you're hard, man. I should have said it, but I didn't say it. Because I was scared to tell people the truth about what I thought. So I guess that's why I came out when I would just make fun of people or be wild. I hid a lot of truth and emotions. And it would be more loving to tell Deanie, who is our brother, what the heck I was feeling, which was, dang Deanie, you are hard. You're too hard. We all have soft hearts. He has soft heart. We all have a soft heart. But it could be hardened. Aspects of it could get hardened. I felt Deanie had a hard heart. But I also must have had a hard heart to not say anything. All of us have a hard heart. So, anyway. Things were jokes. Dude, never knowing such a event would occur in anyone's life. Why? Because we were all suppressing such violent urges with movies, media, games, shows, songs. That's like taking heroin, so you're never understanding what it's truly doing to you. That's like eating meat and never understanding what it's truly doing to you. You gotta stop it and feel the withdrawals. Now I'm dipping into the message at the end, but let's continue. So freaking Deanie and Eve and I, the banditos. So wise would call us the banditos. You're the banditos, bro. There were banditos in that class, in that woodshop class. They were banditos. Anyway, and if I remember correctly, one of the students' older brothers of that class was also involved in this event, but I'm not sure. I thought it was, but I think we might have not been. Anyway, I won't get into too many personal things because I don't know if that's true or not. So I don't even know why I should mention that. So sorry. See, I think that's hurting someone. Even if I didn't give names, The energy is still there, so I'm sorry. But I just remember freaking out at this older brother on Facebook because I was like, bro, this guy has something to do with it. Anyway, like I heard he had something to do with it, and I just went with it. Like, I'm pissed right now. I'm pissed. Why the fuck you doing that, you stupid motherfucker? Why you doing that shit, you stupid idiot? You dumbass. I'll slap your face. I didn't say I'll slap your face. I wasn't about violence. I was so scared. Anyway, I was so scared of violence after that. I didn't realize like what it did. And as I was saying before, how that violence is gonna get to someone's gonna take it. If we keep suppressing it and consuming it, Deanie's the one who took it. Like, Deanie's the one who had to take it. And those evils were the ones who had to do it. They didn't have to, but it happened because we suppressed so much. So anyway, I would always remember, Mr. Woodwise calling us the banditos. I remember like us three were the main banditos because we were the older kids. I think we were the oldest. Maybe not the oldest. I don't know. Because we took the grade 11 wood shop. So there was all grade 11s. And then like us three were grade 12s. And Eve was like, I think even older. I think that was it. There might have been like one more person. And I'm sure their other cousin, let's call her Tammy, was in that class too. I think. The whole family was in there. Anyway, so I always remember at third period, I saw Deanie again in class, and at a point in the year, he started standing outside of the class and just looking back and forth at third period, at the two exits, one down this hall, one down that hall, back and forth. I'm like, is this guy waiting for like a drug deal? I'm like, no, it's I'm like, don't be stupid. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on with him. And I just like was too in my own life. Well, too selfishly in my own life to like ask or like truly take it in, even though I would just deny that I'm like, yo, is he paranoid or something? And then just like push it away, like nah. Because like you think it's like so happy-go-lucky, nothing's wrong in this world, but you gotta be truthful about what the F is wrong. Or else you won't talk to your brother and be like, oh, bruv, man, what's going on now? Why are you looking back and forth like that? What are you on ting for? What are you doing, fam? Move. So he would do that and wait till every student got in the class and then would stand out there for a little longer and then walk in the class last every day. Only at a certain point of the year. I was like, what the heck is that? So, like I remember like when I see him, like, yo, what up? We would just smile at each other like, yo. And then like whatever, like high five and go inside or whatever. And I just remember being like, all right, that's all. That's enough I have to do. Like, because I was too scared to like open up to people and be like, oh man, what's wrong? Like, why are you looking back and forth? Just dap them up and be like thinking like, that's good enough. That'll make them understand that. That'll make everyone understand. Like, I don't know, just gotta tell your feelings. Get into your feelings. Don't like this whole culture. Oh, you in your feelings. Oh, he's in his feelings. It's like, yeah, because that's the best. That's literally a psychedelic trip. You don't need drugs. Getting in your feelings will put you on the biggest psychedelic drug trip. You'll never need drugs ever. Just by getting in your feelings. You will see how psychedelic this stuff is. Suppressing your feelings makes you numb and then makes you want to do drugs. Or like I'd say like gay jokes. And I'd see Deanie doing that, like standing aside. Like, yo, Deanie, what are you doing? I'm gonna suck your dick! Or just like running, he's like standing. He's just standing at the wall looking back and forth. And then I just run rockstar style on my knees. And then just look up at him like I'm about to suck his dick. Like rockstar style up to my knees at him. And then just walking past. And like always knowing this actually seems serious and like I should actually be more serious about this. But playing it off with stupid shit like that because I was scared to open up to anyone. And that caused so many health issues in me. That causes health issues in everybody. And anyone who was hurt violently, that's a result of those suppressed issues. Imagine suppressing something so much, so long, so strongly suppressing that it gets you killed. I'm warming up this bath. Even though I was paranoid about being murdered by friends and they were never even gonna do that, the more I suppressed it, the closer they actually became to hurting me or killing me. And the closer I became to getting killed by something. Bubbles came back. Bubbles came back. I need more warmth. Hold on. You could just forget it now. Never came around, never came around, never came around. Hold on. Don't be scared, you'll never change what's been and gone. Down, lay your smile, shine on. 'Cause all of the stars are fading away. Just try not to worry, you'll see it someday. Just take what you need. Be on your way and stop crying your heart out. Stop crying your heart out. Actually, we should cry our heart out if we have to. If we feel. So, she said, have I got a little story for you? Everything with your daddy, nothing but a song is it? That a little body to do that. So she said, have I got a little something for you? Is it your daddy? Oh, I'm still alive. Every day when I was a wee lad, bruv, you don't understand what was going on with that. That's the poi joy. The poil join. That's the pearl jam, bro. That's the peach. That was Daddy's ish. You don't even know what Daddy was working out in that crazy basement. When our basement was not finished. And it was just like grunge. And then he's playing that. Like imagine those undone basements. And then just straight grunge rock. And he's working out with the most grunge weights. They were just grunge weights. Like Sims Herbs, the first furniture set you could get. Ish was a vibe. Just look at that studio you always see in my videos. But the basement, and it's a workout room, one room. Anyway. And like I remember this giant spider. I remember when you're a kid, you think spiders are huge. But then you grow up and they're just those little mini baby spiders. I remember opening, my dad's working out playing Pearl Jam. I'm looking at the album, oh my goodness, disturbed me. The album with the little pictures. The album cover that has just a bunch of pictures on it, like a collage. And all those pictures are creepy, grungy. I remember like asking my dad, what's that? The frick, because like macro pics of random things, like what the hell? Chipped tooth, belly button piercing, clown mask, random stuff that puts you off. And then I picked up the drain, the rusty drain on the ground, like the top of the drain, and a spider crawled out, and I was like, oh my god, what's that? And my dad's like, it's just a spider. Relax. You see me getting gains, bro? He was the original Gaines, bro. Papa's the original Gaines, bro. I remember trying to lift the weights he lifted, and I'm like, why does this man do this? My dad will put the weight down, like, yo, move. And then go on his other weight, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this one. Thor's hammer. Can't lift it. What sword is that? The sword you can't take out of the damn rock. Man, I don't know the original one, so I'm gonna say Master Sword, because that's the original one to me. Was the Master Sword, and I was young Link, and I'm like, I can't do this until I'm old Link. So yeah, I don't know what happened to that spider, it dipped. And when I was a kid, it looked like a tarantula. I remember spiders crawling all along my ceiling in my room, calling my dad, Daddy, come kill it! He would squish it. And I feel we should never squish spiders, never squish anything. But I remember being in that race car bed. And I remember growing a little older and being like, man, those spiders were huge. Like, where were they coming from, bro? My dad's like, my lad, those spiders were nothing. Like, bruv, they were nothing. Then I'm like, still like, what are you talking about? They were huge. And then I got older and bigger, and I'm like, those were the spiders I would always see. Those little ones that don't even, they're like tutorial spiders. They don't even, bro. They don't even bite. They probably like, why are you calling me a tutorial spider? Bro, I'm level 88. I'm level 88. What did you say to me? What did you say to me? I'm crawling in your room tonight. I don't even know how I caught those spiders on the wall. When you're a kid, you're so spatially aware it's stupid because you're not suppressing emotions, you're letting them go. As soon as you start suppressing everything, narrow. Like I said, eating meat, people are like, I'm sharper. Narrower. Could be mistaken for sharper. Anyway, that's why these little mandems are slapping like grandmasters at chess. Little mandems are snapping with the perfection on the violin. Like, bro, mandems are snapping. Like, I think I'm cool at violin, but then I play back a recording and I'm like, what the F? So then I just make my own thing up. I made my own style. It's like psychedelic violin. I just go, I don't know. Anyway, let me get back to the business. Always seeing him paranoid outside of class. I remember Airy Baby mentioned it too. I'm like, I know. It's paranoid. Mentioned it after this whole event. But like, also not even thinking like that. Like, what could he possibly be paranoid about? Like this was just the most furthest thing from the mind. Why? Because I was suppressing it. I was pushing it away. Just as I said, Instead of dealing with the withdrawals, I would satisfy violent urges by playing a violent video game, watching a violent movie, just like a lot of us, most of us, in this area of life. So, if I, as I said, brought the violence in me and just let it flow in me, whatever violence was in the environment and in me, and that doesn't mean violence is going to come at you and hurt you. That means actually it's going to stay away from you. But anyway, if I did that, I would be more aware, like, it's probably paranoid about people coming from. See, it all makes sense. So anyway, damn, this thing just happened, this event, one night, normal night, don't even remember what the heck happened that day. Went to school, chilled, everyone chilled, went down, classes, went home. All of a sudden, it's like late at night, and then Facebook just goes, R.I.P. Deanie, and I'm like, these guys are joking, but no, they're not. And then I just kept one after the other. I'm just like, this can't mean death. This means something stupid, right? But there's too many people that just, I'm like, why would this person be saying this? Like, you know, like, why would they all be involved in this if it was a joke? And then, just like, let me just wait to see what's going on. And yeah, R.I.P. Although awake in the spirit to be freed for oneself, still any suppressed emotions in spirit must still be released. And I'm sure Dini's spirit has released lots, especially if we release this stuff by letting it come into us and actually feeling the true trauma that it caused. And going to school the next day, sitting, Eve gone, Dini gone, Tammy gone. I'm alone at the table, like, what's going on, bro? Like, this guy now, he's gonna walk in with like bandages and I'm like, Dini, don't fight, y'all know that shit was stupid. That never happened, bro. Every day, until like maybe the fourth day, and I'm like, I don't think he's gonna walk back in. Nobody did. Eve and Tammy never came back the whole year. I remember like fighting back tears at the desk, at the table. These were tables, these weren't even desks. And trying not to burst out in front of everyone. Because I'm like, I need to be tough. Bursting out in front of everyone would have been healing for everyone. And oneself. And me. I remember feeling like, I don't know if this was true, but I remember feeling Del Sorte looking at me like, whispering in his mind like, don't cry, don't even do it. I was like, bro, stop looking at me. People stop looking at me. Everyone's looking at me. I'm just like, bro, holy crap. And it's the nuh-uh. That's a nuh-uh. Damn, I wanted to say no nuh-uhs because I don't want to re-listen to all this. What time did I say nuh-uh? 59 minutes and something seconds, 3-4 seconds. Just remember that you said nuh-uh. You gotta say nuh-uh. But Mr. Wisewood goes first day, and like I wasn't even realizing that this event caused the most trauma, the most fear, the most paranoia, the most pain. Like this hurt so much, and I didn't even know that this was what caused all that paranoia, thinking I was gonna be murdered. Up until this one point, which I'll get into that. Mr. Wisewood says, the first day I come back, you say Mr. Devin or Mr. Warren? So Mr. Warren, what happened? I was just like, the banditos. He's like, yes. And I'm just like, the hell is that? And he's like, I remember, oh yeah, it was the morning after, and I'm like getting ready for, I'm eating breakfast at the table, uniform on. What do you mean, wear the uniform on? The school uni with the vest or the sweater? The pants that weren't even school pants because F it. Shoes, I don't even know what shoes I was wearing. Probably freaking tried to wear running shoes and tried to wear dress shoes and tried to play the system with the in-between pair. Like, F this school, you're not making me wear no mother uniform. Allow custom, I'll wear the shirt, I'll wear pants. These aren't the correct pants, bro. They're dress pants, okay? Walk faster. Walk faster. Power walk, bro. Power walk. Now record a video of you power walking and put it to ×2 speed. And then record that. Now put that to ×2 speed. Okay? And now sprint. Anyway. And I like, didn't even tell my parents. Like, I was just like, feeling like you're not supposed to say this stuff. That was the time when I thought suppressing things was healthier. Imagine that. Imagine being that backwards. You should see the health issues that came from suppressing everything up until I was 24. 24 when the dam burst. Ooh, made me go, why did I suppress everything? But I say when the dam burst, it was epic. When that energetic, emotional truth dam, love dam, God dam, without the end, the God D-A-M, when that God dam bursted, that genius dam, that earth dam, just that dam, that omni dam, that God dam was epic. But I'd still rather not have suppressed anything. I was disintegrating. People told me, well, this one elsewhere told me I was disintegrating. And I felt it. I felt disintegrating. And this was suppressing things. And mainly this event. This event, I disintegrated from it. Like, this was the health issues mainly from from the time it happened to like 24, and I mean to now, which I discovered that that's what it was. There are a lot of other things, but I feel this was the main one because it caused so much paranoia and stress and but then it was also this guilt of the sexual shenanigans stuff. Hurting people stuff. But this was just holy. And it was for everyone. Anyone who was there in that school has to go through some trauma because something happened if they didn't go through it already. As well as everyone in the whole entire universe and existence and non-existence and beyond. The only one that doesn't go through it is God. God just puts us through it so we could be not through it as well with God. Anyway, we put ourselves through it when we're not with God. When we're with God, we get through it. But you still gotta go through it. Like, I have to deal with it all. We all have to deal with it all. Dini has to deal with it all in his spirit. The family, everybody. And this goes for every single murderer, anything on the earth. Where was I? I remember not telling my parents, I'm just like, I'm not gonna have it. Like, I felt like it was not. I and a respectful thing. I'm like, oh, their father, my friend, was just murdered. Like, I didn't want to deal with them. Like, what? Asking all these questions and stuff. But it's like, those are the issues getting released when you're doing that stuff. Like, it's like cutting it off at the root. Like, yeah, you're gonna feel this weird fear and stuff, obviously. Because, like, what the hell just happened? And you have to talk about it. It's like, yeah, you always have to feel something. That's you getting through it. And that's everyone's fault. Like, we all cause that. Everyone caused that. Believe it or not. That's the point. Believe it or not is the point. Believe it or not is the issue, because it doesn't matter. You don't have to believe it or not. That's the truth. So anyway, I just didn't tell them. Like, they'll figure out whenever they figure out. I also feel like I don't want to put that on people, but if it's the truth, it's the truth. And everyone has to deal with it. Like, everyone was involved in it. My parents were involved in it. My parents suppressed something that caused that. Everyone did. Everyone did. Gandhi suppressed something that caused that. Gandhi, bro. The man them Gandhi, it caused something, like something he suppressed in himself caused that. Are you serious, man? Do you know what I mean? Like, the most random person you could ever think of suppressed something that caused that. The most Ted Andrews, the man who wrote this book, Killer's Manual, he suppressed something that caused that. Anyway. And if you don't believe that, bring that into you. Bring what I just said into you. If you don't think you caused it in a way, in some way, bring that into you until you figure out that's true. That you did. Anyone listening to this. Anyway. So, I'm just eating cereal. The news comes on. Murder of a student, and my dad goes, what? He looks at me like, what? I'm like, yeah. That boy TV. He's like, the F. And it was the most random thing on the news, like, I've seen in my life. Like, I never saw. Like, it was as random as the thing that made me realize this is what caused the trauma. Like, you never saw something like that on the news. Maybe, but I don't remember it. This was like heavy. A heavy news. It was like random. Anyway. Like one of those things that rock a small town. Even though I don't live in a small town. Well, now I might live in a smaller city. Anyway. That's Toronto, Mississauga. But like, never heard about that on the news. I don't know. Maybe there was stuff on the news like that. It's just when it said Giovanni School. Oh my God, did I say it? Gotta put that out now. Jesus Louise. Where was that? A 59 one and a 108 one. He's not as... The reason I don't want to say the school is I don't want people messing with the school. Like, these IRL streamers, they go in a place and it's instantly 50 calls. They're kicked out within 30 seconds. It's crazy. It's crazy. These IRL streamers walk into a place and get kicked out within 30 seconds of being there. Because they're getting 50 calls saying this and that and this. This guy's a pedo, this guy has drugs, this guy is gonna rob you. It's just stupid stuff. Oh no. There's certain places I'll say like Square One. Like, I don't care about Square One. Because it's a mall. What are you gonna do at the mall? Go buy something. Call them. Call Square One. What are you gonna do? Call Square One. They get 1 million calls already. Anyway, don't call Square One, Mike. And then talk about him on the way to school. It's like, did you hang out with him? Not really. Like, mostly at school. And then yeah, I get to school, Mr. Wisewood, I'm sitting there alone with the F. Fighting back suppressed emotions, which if I let out, I all this stuff wouldn't happen. But then I wouldn't tell the story. So I don't know what's better, but I'm pretty sure it's better if I just got rid of the emotions at the time, cleared the energies and the gunks, was truthful about how I was at the time. Just be truthful about how you are at the moment of now. Because, yeah, maybe I would tell a better story at this point. But this was a divine lesson for everyone, a beyonded lesson. So, Mr. Wisewood says, everything's so silent. It was like a moment of silence without anyone saying it. We just all sat down. And Mr. Wisewood did not say nothing. He just observed, hands behind his back, standing. Then, I think the flag was half mast when I got to school. It was all can it. It's not all Canada, it was just half. It was all can it. Can it. Just can it. And can it be real? Yes, it's all real. That's another backwards thing. Life is an illusion. There is no reality. Nothing's real. Bro, sis, brother, ziza. Brother and ziza. It's all real. You think this is fake? You think what's happening to you right now in your life is fake? It's real. This is real life. Like, this is real life right now. Maybe the things happening to you that you think are happening to you, like paranoia issues and stuff, are real illusions, but it's real. Okay? I want more warm water. Wait, before I say warm water, or just chilling. Mr. Wiseman says, then he just says, breaks the silence with Mr. Warren. Oh no, Obama. He called us Obama, I forgot. Obama. I forgot to say that in the first story. After Airy Baby and I said Obama to everything, and Mr. Nolan finally said, why you say this because I'm black? He's like, okay, you know what? How could I forget this? I guess God wanted me to say it for this part. He said, I'm going to call you and you Obama. We were like, lit. I couldn't ask for anything sexier. So, from that day on, until school ended, Obama. You call us Obama. So he goes, Obama. I look up. Because I don't think everybody was in the 12th grade one anymore. He was only in the 11th grade one. So Mr. Nolan didn't have to say Obama, and then two people look. No, Daddy Hopper. Daddy Hopper. Daddy Hopper. Remember that? Daddy Harper. When the dad confused the twins. Harper, what are you doing? Harper. Daddy, no, Daddy, Harper. Harper, me, Harper. Oh, who's Harper? Harper, pointing at herself. So that's Bethany? Yeah, Bethany, I don't know. Anyway. So, what happened? Obama, what happened? I said the banditos. I didn't know what to say. I said the banditos. So I guess, it's like, yo, do you know these banditos? I said, no, I do not associate with such banditos. That's real. Those are two real banditos. Like, nah, I have no knowledge. I do not walk with such banditos. Even though I do. since we all walked together. I love them, though I do not love many of what they commit. I love them, but I don't love them killing a brother or Aziza. A brother or Aziza. Stop the violence. And then, at some point in the year, Mr. Wisewood said, Roberto, you sit with him. So then the table became I and Del Sorte, us two. And then things kind of got a little more chill, but I was still suppressing everything. So it wasn't, like from that day, I changed, I was gone. From that day, and I didn't know it. I didn't know what it did to me. I thought it was good. I'm like, I'm good, I'm okay. Nah, I was not. So, cue paranoia, slowly, every little energy of fear that came, even when it was unnoticeable, I suppressed it. Without even noticing I suppressed it, came greater the next time, until I'm 19, thinking people are gonna kill me with pull. I remember smoking weed with pull. I remember it was like the first time I'm like, yo, that guy was gonna kill me. It was this legend, we'll call him Fedge. Don't mess with Fedge. Fedge was a legend. He would never kill anybody. Like he was like hippie man legend. And he was pretty in truth. People thought he was weird because he was in truth. And I'm like, nah, boy, that man's just tells the truth. And you think it's weird because you don't. And I remember thinking the first person I thought was gonna kill me because he looked at me with eyes of truth. And I thought, he's gonna kill me. When he left, he started leaving and I spoke. Nuh-uh. Another nuh-uh. I spoke to Paul, I'm like, I thought he was gonna kill me. And he heard me, so he came back, he's like, I'm gonna kill you. And you know what? I think he had eyes of truth. So when he looked at me, I looked at myself. But still didn't understand exactly what. So, cue later on, paranoia. I was like paranoia of me getting killed from that event. Paranoia of me getting cheated on and stuff was from the sexual shenanigans stuff, which I suppressed hard too and got cheated on because of suppressing it. So God will be like, then it's gonna fully happen, so you fully deal with it. Like it's gonna keep happening spiritually, like energetically, spiritually, etherically. Then you're gonna smell it. Like the more you suppress it, the denser it gets until it gets to the red chakra area. And then the black chakra, like the earth, like it's gonna happen. And if you still don't suppress it then, it's gonna cycle back again and you're gonna do the whole cycle again until you catch it. But yeah, fast forward to, did I say the Wasaga Beach LSD story? Thinking, oh my God, taking LSD at Wasaga Beach, thinking they're all gonna kill me, trying to suppress it and fight it. And I don't know if I hallucinated them all coming into my house when I was sleeping. I may have, but I don't know. They may have done that. Because that's what I'm saying. Like I was expressing this stuff so much, they actually started to get more dense in what I was scared about. But it might have been a hallucination, but I don't think so. I just don't know to this day. But it doesn't matter. Because I had to go through this stuff, and now this stuff doesn't happen. Now I'm not paranoid at all about people trying to kill me. So, yeah, then fast forward to like college. College was fine. I think college was a big suppressed time. Because I wasn't scared of anyone trying to kill me in college. But then, fast forward to working at the club, working at Colt Club. Everyone's gonna kill me after work. I'll be in the parking lot, the basement parking lot, smoking kush, and as soon as I got high, everyone was gonna kill me. And we're going back home to Belleville one day, just being scared like a bomba. And then she turns around, Belleville turns around, because it's like 4 a.m. so I remember in bed. Belleville turns around, I'm like, they're trying to kill me. And then she just grabbed my face and made a cry sound, and then turned around like, I don't know what the heck to do with this kid. Because I was like doing that all the time. I was getting like more paranoid by the day. And like, no one could convince me. She couldn't convince me. They're not trying to kill you. No one's trying to kill you. It's like, how could you say that? See? And then I was like thinking like, she's trying to deceive me. Or just she doesn't know. See, that was like the radius. Like the friends were trying to kill me. The family was trying to deceive me. Outwards. So, fast forward. I don't know if I talked about this story. I talked about it at some point, I think. A little bit, like I touched on it. In one of the AirPod mic stories where it was like so crackly. Maybe the Super Smash one. I don't know which one. I moved here to Calgary. And like, I still don't know. I still don't know what all it was. And the paranoia is gone, right? For the most part. From night of Shivratri, thinking people were parked outside, all running around my house trying to kill me. And what I imagine is I was connected to the ether of that night because so many spiritual things happened. Like when I started meditating, like way back before the Shivratri, and just still suppressing the images that came up. It's like when these images come up, you gotta suck them into your belly button or suck them into the top of your head. Suck them into your heart, you know, and let them sink down out of your tailbone. Suck them, or like let yourself go through them. No matter how frigged up they feel, no matter how intense, even if you can't handle it, go do as much as you can, go back to it the next day, and you'll see it's less because you cleaned some. We saw like the LSD story where someone got killed and they like rose up in me and passed through me as like they were like leaving their body, right? I don't think that was Dini. That was in someone else. But anyway, like I get like images and feelings that I was there in spirit. Like this could not be true, but like I just felt like I was like there in his body, or standing by him, or he was imagining that I was gonna come out of nowhere and like help him, pick him up, or be like, "Yo, you good?" Right? Like, it's like I don't know. Beside each other every morning, and we're breathing each other's air, right? Like right beside each other. So I don't know what the heck, especially if you're like being murdered and laying there and like so many things are going through. And like I did go to him in spirit, right? Like a lot of us did. But just be like at me. Or like I'd feel Dini like communicating with me sometimes. And like I remember fighting back, trying to cry, but fighting them back. Like a day after it happened, texting Stella being like, yo, they killed my friend. Like trying to cry. Being suppressed already. Like I was already suppressed at that point, so it was hard to cry. I remember it was so hard to cry. Anyway, like until recently. And then especially this one time, the thing that triggered everything to make me realize this is what traumatized me. So anyway, those images would come out, I'd push them away, just deny them. Not deny them, but just like take note of them and then just push them away. Because they felt bad. So I thought like, I can't feel those. But you had to just let them come in. Because I thought if I let them come in, it would happen to me. But no, if I let it happen, if I let this stuff come into me, it would stop happening. And I remember, Neda Shivrati, actually what happened, like, when you get your memory cleared by doing this work, letting this stuff in you and clean, I remember clearly having the most atomic second, a minuscule thought of Dini, and that's when it went, everyone's outside gonna kill me. Oh shit, I gotta leave the city, I gotta go to Manitoba at 2 a.m. right now, like I'm not playing. Pack up the essentials, I'm like, yo papa, you have to escort me outside because they're all outside, like if you come with me they're not gonna do anything, and I'm like, no, they're probably gonna do something still, and probably do something to you, so I can't make you go through that, I have to just go. I'm like, okay, I'm ready, I'm strategizing, yo. Like I have the whole board out. I have the freaking army strategy board out, and the screens, the hollow screens and I'm like drawing on it. I'm moving the little ships and stuff. I'm moving my guy. I'm moving my piece. Subbuteo. Search Subbuteo. Subbuteo. Yo, look how serious these kids get about this game. It's legendary. The passion is legendary. Subbuteo. Lives are on the line with Subbuteo. So anyway, I have the Subbuteo. I'm like, okay. They're like, they're gonna come in at 3 a.m. Right when they burst through the window or the door, I'm sprinting out another window. People will be inside. There may be some lookouts out there, but it'll be less than what was. So I'll be able to run, or I just sprint right now as fast as I can, or I go up the back, hop the back fence. Then I'm thinking, I don't know where they are. I think they're all around the house right now. And like I was getting images that they're in a van, they pulled up and they're laughing. They have knives and a gun. One gun was in there, and knives. It was all my friends, right? And then they all came out, they all in black hoods and stuff. And now I feel it was the Akash of that Dini night. We don't call it a Dini night, but that night of that event. And it was like happening energetically, right? To get me out of it, to make me feel through it, to make me admit the fear it caused, the trauma it caused me, because I was obviously feeling fear and trauma. So obviously I have to admit that's what it caused. So, and fast forward, I moved to Calgary. Anyway, paranoia part is gone for the most part because of the Shivrati thing, but I'm still scared, still paranoid of other things. Oh no. I splashed on the phone and I don't want it to. Something changed. The name. Okay, I'll change the name. Dini. StoryTime. Number 4. 40, 40, 40, 40 on 40 on 40, 30 on 30 on 30 on 40. What is 30 on 30? What is 30 on 30? Like 30 what? Like what are you talking about? 30 what? Anyway. 30 on 30 on 30. Like what? Every time. Anyway, so. See, this is something I'm starting to talk about too because it's tripped me out. I'm in Calgary. And I'm obviously still suppressing things, which I don't know I'm suppressing, because I don't know exactly what that was. Like, what Shivati was, what all the paranoia was. Like, I still don't know what it all was. So obviously something's being suppressed. And I still have some issues suppressed. But I remember always being scared I'm going to be stabbed. I just remember being scared of being stabbed. Right? And also thinking I'm going to stab people when I'm pissed. Well, once. Mainly once. And that was my suppression of it. Feeling I'm going to be stabbed. Because of all the suppressions were like in my head, being pissed. And then be like, I'm going to stab you. And I was pissed at that sorte. I was thinking in my head, I'm like, I'm going to stab him. But holy. I remember like that night of Shivratri, I got stabbed up. Like the most densest spirit form of, what did I call him? I don't know what I called him. We'll call him Dude. I think I call him Dude. Dude. The boyfriend of Yellow was the first guy to just run up laughing like a freak, laughing like an in-cycle, and then just musted me, and it was like such a dense physical form. I felt it. I was like, holy crap, did I just get stabbed? I was so high on weed. But that like weakens, that like softens you up to let all this flow in. And when you learn that, you don't need weed anymore. You just let the flow in, and you'll feel like you're high on weed or any drug. Just like the LSD thing. You'll feel like you're on LSD because LSD is just loosening you up to let the flow in. So just when you know that's just all it is, that's the mechanism of the drug. That's all it is. Everyone thinks drugs are so sick. All it does is opening you up so the flow can come in. So just let the flow in, and you'll be like, holy, I'm high already off these energies and emotions and feelings and truths and the flow, the goddamn. It's the goddamn. You're just letting the goddamn in. Because the drugs will weaken you. Like vulnerabilize you to the goddamn. And they don't open everything. They suppress other aspects in exchange for opening other aspects. But when you're doing it sober, that is the true goddamn. You're opening everything, so it's even a more psychedelic experience. Like imagine NZT, but like beyond NZT, with all the psychedelic, like you're clear, you're not like warped out, you're not like, you're not like confused. Sobriety is literally the highest drug. And what I mean by sobriety is not suppressing anything. Anyone who is still suppressing something is not truly sober. And that goes for violence, meat, anything. When you get truly sober, go through all the withdrawals, then you're the highest you could be. And then you're like, this is psychedelia. Where was I? Oh yeah, the part I'm scared to say. I said it to my parents. The first person I said it to were my parents when I was ready. Especially when I figured it out. Well, I said it like months later, but I want my dad and mom to do this process too. Because I'm like, yo, it helped me. So like you guys, all your issues and sicknesses that any of us have, you gotta do this. Gotta go through it. And not lie. I am God. I am God. I am God. Because the symbol the word OM, Captain Robin, the legend, he said, I used to work in a restaurant. I won't say the name of the restaurant, although we'll call this man Captain Robin. And I was a dishwasher and he was the owner. And we're cutting food in the back and he's Tamil. So he tells me epic things about the Tamil language. Epic things. They wrote this certain spaceship thing. I don't know what it was. They like coded it with Tamil. Like NASA, I think NASA, I don't remember, but like a message, like there's that one message thing they sent out in space, so if anyone finds it, or they sent it like across the universe from John Lennon out in space, so if like aliens find it, but they sent out this other thing. And if aliens find it, it's coded in Tamil because Tamil is the first language ever. We're talking about learning languages. Because he went to Italy and he knows Italian, and I'm like, oh good, teach me Italian. Teach me some ciao diamo. So then he said, Om means yes. Om means yes. I'm like, Om means yes. So then I understood what it means, say yes to everything. Om, Om, Om. They're just saying yes, 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 that's what it is, yes, that's what it is, that's what I feel, that's what's going on in me, yes, that's what's happening, yes. So I say, Om, I am God. Yes, I am God. Just continue saying, yes, I am God. No matter how stupid or how much you don't agree with what God just told you. Your wife's going to cheat on you tomorrow. I am God. And then it comes through you, and then right in the next thing, God goes, nah, you were just tripping. I am God. See, if you didn't say it, if God was like, your wife's going to cheat on you tomorrow, and you were like, no. Then it's going to keep, your wife's going to cheat on you tomorrow? No. Your wife's going to cheat on you tomorrow? No. Yeah, no. Until it keeps getting denser and denser and denser, and then she does cheat on you. But if it's like your wife's going to cheat on you, that's just a fear in you that God's showing you, revealing to you. And it's a fear in everyone, but if you say, I am God, it's going to go through you. And everyone in the universe is going to be like, bing! All of a sudden, that weird energy of blah blah's wife cheating on him is not going to happen. People in like Indonesia are going to think that. You're not going to know they think that, but like, you know what I mean? I am God. It's when I understood the yes, the when I understood meant yes, and I understood finally what say yes to all is, then I understood what the I am is from that, which is I am. Not trying to manipulate it and be like, no, this I am. No, that's not what I am. But that's what I am. But that's not what I am. That's what I am. You just say I am to all. And then I understood that will show you what you are and what you are not. And then when I understood the God, I don't really understand God fully, but I understand God fully also, in some sense, but not. And then I understood I am God without the comma, which is something I am not. So I understood the yes to all. I understood the I am to all. I understood I am God is not what I am. So then I put the comma there, and it's yes, I am God. And maybe it's yes, I am God until it may become yes, I am God. But I don't know. I don't know if we become God. We become one with God. And not when evil is happening. You can't be one with God when evil is happening. Especially in yourself. So, I am God. I am God. I am God. I am scared to say that next part. But also it's the fear of going away. So I gotta say it. Because I gotta get to the freaking message. Let's put more water.
Before you look happy and healthy, baby. If you ever cared to ask, good for you, you're doing great and not without me, baby. Like a damn sounds good to ask. I'll spend the night.
Sometimes when I hear that song, I'm like, oh, you're 18. Don't worry. I feel like, I don't know. Relax. We'll call him sociopathic. Maybe he is. But then I also feel damn, I forget. I think a sociopath, I feel, must mean like going to the path of society. I never saw the Greek meaning, but socio obviously sounds like social, society, and then path is path of. So sociopath to me would sound like you're just going with society. Like you're not standing up for truth or anything, just whatever society's doing, you're doing it too. So sometimes I was like, I don't know what that word means. Good for you, you look happy, yeah. I don't know what that word means. But I don't know, it's just hush yourself. Anyway. Where was I? Right. I go to the weed store. I'm actually at a point where I'm probably never going to smoke weed again, probably. I think I hit the point. I just realized I don't need it. Oh my God, it gets too high. Like, just literally say yes to every energy of which arises within you. And say yes to it. Oh my God. No matter if you disagree with it, no matter if you like totally know it's not true. It's in you. So you say yes to the fact that it's in you. And watch it go away and change. Watch how quick stupid things change. Like the cheating thing, like wife's gonna cheat on you. You say yes, I am God. And watch like instantly how it comes up back up and you're like, oh. And then you say, I am God to that. And do that for anything. Man, I want this warmer. I want to boil.
Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been the one. You have been the one for me. It's so hollow, baby. It's so hollow. I'm so hollow, baby. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend. You have been a one. You You have been the one for me. Goodbye, my love. Oh, what a night. Late December back in 63. What a very special thing to me. What a feeling, what a night.
Ow, 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 ow. My toesies are getting hot seas because the water seas is boiling seas. Now I use my hands to bring the hot current into the cool current and cause a Coriolis effect upon the top of the bathtub, and all these bubbles are going to pop and smell like mint and eucalyptus. Can you smell it through the phone? Can you smell it through the screen? Can you smell it like lean? Don't drink lean. Lean's mean to your body and system. Why you wanna do that to the mister and the systems and the sisters and the misters and the peoples and the self and the shelf? And the wealth that you had was gone, and the health that you had ain't wealthy, and the wealthy health got stealthy. So it's dipped, it's gone, it's suppressed. You ain't know, you ain't doing the best. Don't drink lean. Just put on your jeans and stare at the screen. Don't stare at the screen. If you stare at the screen, you'll shoot your eye out. Come hot water to the side of the cool tub. Yay! Yay! Oh, what a night. Late September back in 63. What a very special thing to me. What a lady, what a night. Sweet surrender, what a night. Oh, wow. Oh, what a night. Holy shit, I'm scared to get to the stupid part. I'm stupiding around. I'm in Calgary, I go to the weed store, holy. I get a damn jizzy. I smizzy it. I get a jizzy and I smizzy it. It's a one jizzy. An uno gino jizzy. Okay? I smizzy the uno gino jizzy. People that like speak English, I'm like, I smoked the 1 gram joint. That was English, the uno gino jizzy. I smizzy the uno gino jizzy. That's pure English. That's literally pure English. That's literally pure Latin English. So anyway. Ooh, it's very warm in here. I'm going to sweat. I'm in the sauna. So don't bother me. I'm in the fauna. I know you wanna be who you really be. And that's really me. But your me, not my me. Our me. Sour key. Suck on it. Sugar was crazy. Crackheads drink that lazily. It's the crack, it's the lazy sugar. If you want to stop, don't eat boogers. I eat booger every single day of my life. Why you wanna know that? Why you wanna tell my wife? She don't even know. I gotta say, your wife eating boogers every day. The part of the story that I'm scared to say. I get the uno gino jizzy and smizzy it. Okay, I smizzy it. I walk back to the apartment. This jizzy store, this uno jizzy store is a 5-minute walk from the apartment. So I get a uno gino jizzy, smoke, walk back. And God is like, Ja, I have a plan for you. You ready for this one, buddy? I'm like, didn't hear it. I didn't hear it, okay? So I didn't pay attention. God's just like, ooh, you're gonna get this stuff out of you now, Buster. Now you're really gonna know. Because of all this work you did, here's the goddamn is gonna burst. So I walk back home, and when I get to the apartment, there's a policeman outside, and I'm like, okay, someone effed up. And as I'm walking past this policeman, I hear etheric sounds. Like, who is that? Who's that guy? Who is that? Like the police saying that, I'm like, bro, I'm just this guy. I'm just this guy. What do you mean, who is that guy? It's this guy. It's nothing. So I go in, open the lobby, press the elevator button. At this time in this building, one elevator was being worked on, the other elevator was going to be renovated after the other one was worked on. So one elevator was out of commission, the other elevator was slow as. Bro, you're waiting for this, like you're waiting for the stoplight at, I'm not even saying the street, but this one street. The street I lived on. Bro, I already like showed the street. Bloor and Dixie, what the hell do I care about the street? The street doesn't need to get doxxed. Are you gonna call the street? Call the street. Call the mayor and tell them Bloor and Dixie. Just say that. And hang up. It's like waiting for the light at Bloor and Dixie. So I'm just high as a bumba. Kind of a little paranoid, like what the hell are the cops there? Why were they like looking at me? I feel them looking at me like bro, am I anyone? Am I dressed funny? Like I think I dressed funny. And I feel like they thought I was a drug dealer. Many people see, wow, before I get to that, when I moved to this city, now more is coming out. That I'm realizing God was showing, the goddamn was bursting to make me trigger these energies and emotions to clear out. Right when I got here, I was walking out of my apartment and some guy just goes, "Hey, Jermaine!" And I'm like, what the F? And I'm like, nah, I'm not Jermaine. And he's like, "Oh, you look like Jermaine." And I'm thinking like, is this like a diss in Calgary that they call people who look like me? Like, I don't know, my hair and my clothes. Bro, what the heck? This guy, bro. This neighbor, man. Holy. Anyway. He stomps so loud. I think to get his dog in, but it's like, yo, relax. And then this door and every morning. Slamming each other and shit 15 times a day. Anyway. I love him all, but damn, I started to get annoyed as a bum, but started to get so annoyed. And I'm just like, no, I'm not Jermaine. Like, oh, peace, brother. It's like, okay. And then, like, I felt like I was, like, dolled out in clothes. Like, I dressed like a drug dealer, maybe. Like, I looked like I had a fit on, right? Like, I wear fits. So maybe I look like a drug dealer in Calgary. Because I remember police officers looking at me slowing down. But before that, after this guy said, "Yo, Jermaine," I'm like, "I'm not Jermaine." "Oh, you look just like him." And I think now, I still actually don't know, but I think I might just look like a guy in Jermaine. Because another thing happened, but anyway. Like, no, I'm not Jermaine. You look just like him. Anyway, I'm like, oh, okay. I thought that was like a diss in Calgary. Or, man, gotta be honest, I still might think it's a diss or something. Or to figure out who you are. Like, they call you Jermaine to figure out who you are. Like, I don't know. Maybe I look like Jermaine. Because this one guy, what's his name? The Fool. Go on Instagram, find The Fool. I don't know if he does music. He said his name is The Fool. I never saw him on Instagram. I never like looked. I don't have Instagram. But you might be able to find him. That's not the first guy that called me Jermaine. That's another guy. But anyway. So the first time that happened, I was like, is that a diss or does he actually think I look like some guy Jermaine? And then that same day, a car, like a hoopty ass car, because I live downtown, hoopty ass car, bumping loud hip hop with the windows closed so you hear it like comes, speeds, slows down beside me, looks, and I could feel them going like, yo, say nah, and then zip off, and like walking like, yo, what the heck, do they think I'm the plug or something? And then again, that same day, another car, hip hop car, pulls up, slows down, yo, use it. Nah, drives away, turns off. And I was like, that, like, I don't know if they're saying that, but I feel they're saying that. That's the vibrations I feel. Over the course of the next 2 weeks, more cars are doing that. Okay, and I'm like, oh, am I the plug? Am I the plug? And then I'm like, oh, do they think I'm Jermaine? Is Jermaine real? Yo, maybe they think I'm Jermaine. Then another day I'm walking down 17th Street, and that's Lakeshore in Calgary, okay? That's Lakeshore Street. With no lake. But it's like, reminds me of Lakeshore. And it's the busiest place in downtown, I think. Pretty much. So, walking. Past the same bars I go by, and everyone's out on bars, chilling, sitting on the outside bar thing, watching the street. And as I walk by, yo, Jermaine! I turn, some guy at the bar. This is the fool who told me later. He's like, yo, I'm like, put my arms up, like, bro, I'm not Jermaine. Like, what the heck is Jermaine? Like, is this a diss? He's like, yo, you look exactly like Jermaine. Yo, you better be careful, yo. Cause Jermaine got beef around here. And I was like, I still am like, is Jermaine a slang term for someone who looks and dresses like me or something? Like a newbie to the city that you know who he's new? Like, I don't know. I'm like, it can't be like that. I don't look that freaking stupid. So I'm like, what the heck? Am I gonna get a shot? He's like, no, I'm not gonna get a shot, but I might get jumped. He's like, yo, but Jermaine's a fighter, yo. Jermaine's a fighter. But like last I heard, he like left the city. So, but he looks exactly like him, yo. So I better be careful. I'm like, is that why all these people are stopping? They're like, yo, Jermaine's back. Bro, we got Jermaine, bro. The man up. And I think like they were calling their friends like, yo, Jermaine, that's not Jermaine. And all these cars were pulling up trying to see if I'm Jermaine and I'm not Jermaine. Like, anyway, he's like high-fived me. His laptop fell. I got sad. The screen didn't break, but like the back cover, the bottom cover, like broke. One screw came off, and like the corner of it was just like out, you know. And I'm like, yo, that happened exactly to my laptop. That's crazy. And like, the electronic shop's right across the street. I wish it was open. I'm like, yeah, man, it's okay, yo. Don't worry, it happened to me. I just crazy glued it. I didn't crazy glue the back cover shut because I still needed to open it to change the battery, but I crazy glued because it broke at the hinge of the screen. So the hinge was like broken and like pushing the back cover corner out. So I couldn't like close all the way, so I had to open the back cover, push the hinge back down and like cement it, crazy glue it and crazy cement it back down, and then put the cover back on. And I can't have that corner screw anymore. So anyway, let's talk about Jermaine. You gotta be careful, you're gonna get jumped. You may get jumped. I'm like, bro. I mean, I just dealt with the Jermaine thing. And nothing happened after that, except once a cop car just slowed down. And who knows how many people probably thought I was Jermaine, but I didn't say anything. I'm eating a clementine. Because in a long time after this event that I'm supposed to tell, that I'm working up to, a long time after, there was this group of men walking and coming towards me at night. Actually, I shouldn't say that name. By the club, then one of the busiest nightclubs there. I think I was going to get a Uno Gino Jizzy. I was going to get an Uno Gino Jizzy and these guys are walking up. And I hear them going up, yo, is that Jermaine? they were gonna do something if I was Jermaine. And one of his friends is like, no, it's not even him. It's not even him. I'm like, damn. I'm like, I pray that if anyone thinks I'm Jermaine, up until the point they run at me, I pray before if they want to hurt Jermaine, they realize I'm not Jermaine the minute they get close enough. And I hope they just stop beef with Jermaine. And I hope Jermaine stops beef like Jermaine. Because you suppress your emotions and have beef with someone, I almost had to take stuff. And because I suppressed shit, I almost had to take stuff for Jermaine. I don't even know Jermaine. Like, who's Jermaine? Who's Jermaine? Apparently Jermaine's in Edmonton. And he's a fighter. And then I remember being in a bar once. And I didn't want to drink alcohol. I just wanted to drink water and eat. But it was a nice bar. I don't even want to say the bar, but there's a lot of arcade games and pinball machines. And it was like free that night, I think. Like every Wednesday, they're all free. And like there's some, I didn't know pinball was popular like this. There's some guys who come in who are serious about pinball, like they're serious about Subuteo. They're like, yo, bro, you done with that one almost? I'm like, nah, I don't even know what I'm doing. And they're like, yo, man. And they're like serious, they're playing the other pinball machines, like, yo, I do the combos, and like, holy crap. Like they come in just to play the pinball. And then I just like walked away from the Star Wars pinball machine without even finishing. Because I was like, yeah, you guys can play. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just shooting the ball. I'm like, yo, you're still going? I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. No, you take it over. But it was weird because I didn't know what I was doing and I was sucking and I was losing the ball and stuff. But as soon as these guys walked up and stood beside me, I smashed a combo of sexuality. And they're like, oh, but that was a pretty nice combo. I was like, I know, I felt good. Like, what the hell, you guys had the fucking pinball vibe and gave it to my life. Anyway, so... And my will was like, I'm gonna show these guys I'm sick. Focus mode happened. Flow mode happened. And that's the flow state. The flow state can always be, you just have to let everything flow. Good or bad. The I am God. That will let you flow. And it's gonna feel like crap. Basically, just chill. Just chill. Just JC. Just JC. Just chill. And when you just chill, if you have suppressed emotions, you're not going to feel like you're chilling. Because as soon as you relax everything, the great rest, all this stuff arises to the surface. So like your chilling is not going to feel like relax until you deal with everything that comes up when you chill. Because you're not fighting anything. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I never got any Jermaine things anymore. I feel like the word got around as well that that's not Jermaine. If you see that guy, that's not Jermaine. I feel like that happened too. But what did Jermaine do? What did Jermaine do, bro? Like Jermaine, what did you do? Don't be a fighter. Be a writer of the poetry that's lighter than air, that's lighter than carefree, airy-ass boys in the stair, carry-ass hoys, while you bear, larry-ass joys, while you nair, berry-ass coy, like the dot 3 face, coy, oh, what you tryna do, hoy manoy, SpongeBob and swear and pants and Patrick Star and Sandy and Cheeks and Mr. Krabs, what's his first name? I don't even know, I think it's Edward. I don't even know, I think it's Krusty. I don't even know, I think it's Jeffrey. Plankton, does he have a first name? Pearl. Does she have a last one? Is it Plankton, Pearl, Plankton, or wait, no, Pearl's Mr. Krabs' daughter. Where am I? I hear people moving their chairs in other apartments and I feel they could hear this stupidity. That's why I try to talk like kind of low. Like I feel like I don't have the same energy that I have when I like was speaking in the garage back in Saga City. Because I like feel people can hear through the walls. but I'm starting to be like, it's a good message so everyone can hear it. Anyway, I don't hear anyone else talking. I hear plates and shit. I did hear people talking once, but I remember apartment doors opening and then the conversation just like fills the hall. So I'm like, obviously, but I don't know about like through the walls. I don't think so. Unless you're like yelling or singing, which I do sometimes and I think people hear. Anyway. I walk with this Uno Gino Jizzy. I smoke, I buy it at the store, the 5-minute walk, and then walk back smoking it and finish it. So I get to the apartment. The police, who's that? I feel they're saying, like, I'm just me. And I think they were like wondering if I was involved with whatever they were going to report to. So I get in. It might have been like a domestic case, so they probably were like, is that someone they called? So I just wait for this long, super long elevator. They're fixed now, but I wait for these long elevators. And as I'm waiting, I like have my hands behind my back, just chilling, watching. And then I kind of walk in circles because I feel awkward, like I'm super stoned and there's just a police van outside. So I just walk in a circle and kind of go closer to the window. And as soon as I go up to the window, I like feel like I looked at them and I feel like they saw me like look at them like yo, why do you just look at us? So as soon as I turn my back, they all open the doors. Like 5 police officers just walk up, one in plain clothes too, come in the lobby. I'm just like, ooh. I think I opened the door for them. Probably I must have opened the door for them, unless they had like a code to get in. Do police have a certain code that they can just open the door from? The intercom? Because I don't remember opening it for them. I probably did though. Anyway, they all come in. They're all young, probably younger than me. And I'm just... Oh, and then I think the plainclothes guy was older than me. There's a couple older police officers and like 3 younger ones, it seemed like. And then I wait with them at the elevator and they're all behind me and I'm just like, there's nobody, no. I'm like, are they trying to see if I'm some ish? Probably. That's the police's job, to see if you're some ish. See if I'm involved in whatever the heck they're coming for. And then like, are they here for me for some stupid reason? Like, obviously not. So I go in the elevator, they all come in. I'm just like 9. They're like, push 9 and then they push 11. And I'm just standing there with them high as a bomba. And they're just standing there beside me, all looking up at the wall. I mean, the lumber thing going up. And I'm like, dude, it's so awkwardly silent. I'm like, are they scared of me? I'm like, are they awkward because of me or like... Because like the vibe in that elevator is like this is not a police officer vibe. Like, I'm just one man. Am I really causing this? And then I look at the officers and their just faces look like they just saw the craziest shit. And their faces are like red. Like, they look like they had the 1,000-yard stare. Before it becomes a 1,000-yard stare, like when you just saw some crazy shit and it's just like, I'm trying to think of a meme face that has it, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm just like, are they doing that because of me? Am I making them feel awkward? Like, what the hell? Is my presence too serious? I'm like, guys, calm down. It's okay, I'm just a guy, like, you were 5 people, like, relax, I love you. and then also I was like, no, there's no way it's me that they're doing this to. Is it there's something they're going up to? And so I asked the cop, I'm like, I break the silence, I'm just like, did something legendary happen? And then they look at me and laugh. One of them laughs, while they all like kind of like smile. Like I felt like all the air go, oh, like relief happened when I said something. Like I broke some tense-ish. And he's like, nah. I'm like, okay. And then the door opens at like level 8. And a girl walks in and she's like, are you guys going up or down? And they're like, up. And I was so high that I didn't say anything. They said it like really quickly first. I'm like, okay. So she pushes 10. 9, 10, 11. Oh no, she pushes like... Wait, what does she push? She must have pushed like 8. Never mind, she got on like earlier. I guess, I don't know. Anyway, she gets out. And then doors close again. We go to 9. Doors open. The plainclothes officer and another officer like come out of the elevator with me to like open space for me to walk out. I walk out, I turn back around and like look at them all. The other 2 officers go into the elevator. I'm like looking at them all like, they're still, I don't look like they saw something that fucking broke their soul. Doors closed. I'm like, okay. I'm high as a bum. And they feel awkward because I was high as heck. I'm like, why would that make them feel that way? So I walk into my apartment. I open the door. I walk straight to my cell phone. This cell phone that I'm recording this on. Holy, I went long on this dang thing. I guess it's okay. There's like 4-hour, 3-hour podcasts. I walk to the cell phone. I pick it up. I open YouTube. And like, let me tell you, I hadn't been high for 2-ish months maybe. So this was heavy. This Uno Gino Jizzy. This Uno Gino Jizzy that I smizzied was hizzy. Heavy. I was high. And the goddamn was flowing fly. So I open YouTube first thing and I just scroll. I see I see vape shop robbery, CBC News, robber murdered or something, robber stabbed or something. And I don't even think, I just tap it because I think I'm just gonna see a news story. But I see the thumbnail of like the security camera, right? So I'm like, okay, they're not gonna show anything, but it's just gonna be, they're gonna stop it right at the last second, I guess. And what happened? Like Las Vegas, it's like Las Vegas robbery. And I'm just like, okay, let's see this. And as I'm clicking it, there's the quick little, why do you want to watch this? It's violent. Shut up, just watch it. But that's so fast. Like, you need to take note of these things. But the goddamn was already, so I watch. And I'm just like seeing what happens. And before I watch it, I look at the description or something, or a comment or something. Like I just scroll really fast down into the comments, like somewhere in the middle, and it's like, yo, this vape shop was like robbed like a couple times already, and like these kids came back because they thought he wouldn't do anything. And I'm just like, okay, so I scroll back up, I watch it. Yo. And I did not ever need to witness something like that ever in existence or non-existence. Okay? I did not need to witness no 4K 60 FPS. Yo. I thought we were being cyber attacked by like a Russia or something. Like I was like how is this on YouTube? I was like, what? I was like, yo, like it just played once. I only saw the thing once. I never went searching for new stuff. I don't know. Like I saw it once. I scrolled down, read the first top comments. Some like profiles that looked so, when comments look so well written with capitalization and punctuation, and the profile picture is such a clear photo of a person, and it's just like a fake account. It was like 5 of those with a top comment, and they're like, this is exactly what's supposed to happen. And like I was just like, what is going on? No, that is the biggest overreaction I ever saw. Though all 3 of those guys were perpetually stupider than each other, right? Biggest overreact. I remember when it played once, it was about to like replay, and I just paused it, looked at the comments. It was like, these guys are fake. Is this a cyber attack or something, man? I just put the phone down, and it had to be 4 p.m. when that happened. It was around 4:20ish p.m. Man, Ja was like 4:20. This goddamn's gonna break when you're high. The moment you're high as hell. And I'm like, is that why the cops were like that? And I just put the phone. I dropped the phone on the desk, and I was literally, when people say I'm done with the internet, I was literally done with the internet for like a week. I didn't even scroll. But I put that phone down, I sat on the bed. Like fetal. And I don't know what happened. It's 3 a.m. And like my entire door is open, my sliding door to the apartment. And I live on a cul-de-sac where there's another apartment building right across. And this is summer, so everyone's doors are open. And out of nowhere, it's 3 a.m. and I'm in the same spot, and then I just burst crying so loud. Everyone heard. People were like, whoa. I heard someone go, whoa, outside. And I heard the neighbor go, sweet boy. Holy. I cried for until 4, 5. Holy. I feel like I cried from 4 to 3 or something. I just cried for a long time and didn't even know how 4 became 3 a.m. And then I just spit water in the bathtub. And then the next day, you could hear a pin drop on the planet for like a week. Swear, everyone knows what I'm talking about. No one would talk about it either. I watched a few podcasts later. And like a Chris D'Elia podcast. Okay, wait, I guess I saw this podcast 2 days later. I didn't scroll YouTube. I was so freaked out to scroll and see that thumbnail again. I just went on YouTube and quickly searched Chris D'Elia, because I would listen to it while I go work out. And then I'm working out, just you could hear a pin drop on the planet. Well, firstly, I remember the next day going outside, and everyone you walked by was just like, you. And was the most waste thing I ever saw in my life. I just remember hearing next morning, thinking, how old was he? I thought like in my mind, how old was he? And like a person across the street in their apartment was like 17 years old. And then I heard like other Akashic, like etheric words, and one person was like, I was still in high school. Like I swear I was like, sometimes I'm communicating with the people across the street, like mind to mind. And I'm like, dude, and it tripped me out more because then it brought up the Dini stuff. See, and that was like a lot of suppressed things that came out from seeing that. And after that, I was like, this huge layer of fear cleared away. This huge layer of fear cleared. The layer of fear in the air cleared. And I became gayer, happier. Now, but then a new layer came. Fear of knives. I was scared of knives. And I worked at a restaurant where every knife I was like, chill. Knives. And this fear was already in me. It was just overtaken by the other layer. So when this huge layer of paranoia and being killed by stabbing was cleared, then it was, now you're just scared of knives, clear that out. And I continue to clear it. And I have to feel like I would have to feel like I'm gonna be stabbed and stuff, and feel like I'm being stabbed. And like all this stuff would go through me, and I'd like stop it and push it back up. And then I just like finally like, you'll have to let it just pour through me. All this violent feeling, and then it just goes away. And then now I don't feel that anymore. It just goes away. Like I don't feel like I'm gonna be stabbed anymore. There's still a little bit I have to work on, but most of it's gone, especially seeing that thing. Like, I'm like, what is that? This is not even self-defense. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, that guy was clearly just pissed. It had nothing to do with anything. He's like, I'm gonna kill someone today. He probably feels so stupid. If he's not suppressing shit anymore, he has to go through all that. He has to go through that. Like, he has to go through something heavy, that guy. All three of them. Everyone in the universe has to go through something because of that. I was like, see that like, what I was saying before, someone had to take it because of all the violent media we consume and watch and satisfy our violent urges with, without letting the violence come in us to clear away. That's what happened. That's where I went to. Because he did it like he was in Call of Duty or something. Like he acted like he was like a secret agent, Navy SEAL, doing some, it's like, bro, relax. And that's solely because we suppress violent urges. And by suppressing it, we watch it instead of just feeling how stupid it is in us. And it all came to that point. Oh yes, I remember listening to Chris D'Elia, like nobody mentioned it at all. I am the only person I know in the world that mentioned it, and it was first to my parents. Like just recently, when I'm like, yo, I gotta get this out. Like when I talked about this whole story basically to them. Yeah, Chris D'Elia's like talking. And then he just stops for a second and goes, oh, that's just sad. And I knew exactly what he was talking about. So I took my phone and rewinded it. And you see him just staring off, to his screen where the podcast people stare when they watch their screen if they put up a video. He's like, oh, that's just sad. And then he made a funny joke. It's a stupid joke. Like I said, I don't like saying the racist jokes. It wasn't really racist. It was just, yeah. I guess it was kind of racist. It wasn't like an attack for racist. It was just like he played a sound clip, and it's of Akon going, "We taking over." You know that song? He keeps doing it. Okay, I'll say the joke, but I won't say like the people, I guess. I don't know, it's like he's like, you know what all the blah blah, you know what all the people did? And I don't know, I feel bad saying like anything about race. I don't know, maybe it's not bad. I just won't say it anyway. But yeah, he just played that clip. We taking over. And he's slowly looking at the camera like, we taking over. And he kept doing it. Okay, I remember I laughed at the thing replaying over and over, we taking over. And how intense Akon was screaming it. And I Crystalia looking at the camera constantly, like kept doing it with that look on his face, slowly turning to the camera, we taking over. But then like the race part I wasn't laughing at. Like I didn't think that part was funny. I just liked the other part. We taking over. Looking at the camera. Talking about what happened. But yeah, and he didn't mention it at all. He just said that. Oh, that's just sad. And then I remember Joe Rogan's podcast like a week later. Theo Von was on it, and right when they start, Theo Von goes, "So, how do you like the new place?" He's like, "Yeah, it's different." Joe Rogan says it's different, and he goes, "Yeah, something." And then he says something about in vape pens. He just like vaguely says something about vape pens, and then they just go on with their stuff. So like that was the weirdest thing, man. I've never heard anyone talk about it. Like I'm the only one I know who ever spoke about it right now. I have not seen a comment, a vocal expression, except like those vague ones. Nothing. I just remember the next day my mom going, because I'm sure she like knew I was crying somehow. She probably knew, and she just said, "Are you ready to come home?" I was like, "No." But damn. And I'm like, I think I know what you're talking about because you heard me cry. So that's the part of the message I'm supposed to say.
Beyond, yonder, not here, no now. I can see inside your head. I know what you say, but I'm thinking maybe it's just an excellent goose. Wicked, vile, vicious bliss, innocent, honestly.